Starting up the stream. Okay. Stream is started. Someone can check YouTube and someone can check Twitch real fast.
Come on, YouTube, you can work this time. I believe in you.
It won't.
Come on, girl.
I re-added the
Twitch works.
outputs. Okay, that's good.
All right, yep, everyone's working into
Hey.
it.
Re-added the
Twitch works.
outputs.
Hey, yeah.
On
YouTube's
YouTube? All right.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Didn't know it did that.
Okay. We may or may not be streaming on Kick right now. I set that up to our relay.
Kick.
It's a new streaming service. Not a lot of people
Sounds
know
like
about it.
The
But
fuck's a kick?
Kick
Yeah,
is like what that makes me think of is like that old texting app. You know
The
what I'm talking
KIK?
no.
Yeah. That's what when you said Kick, I was like,
We're on Kick.
I
That's where we want to be. No.
was like, no.
No, it's a new streaming service and it's supposed to be, I don't know, pretty okay. But so yeah, last session you guys got to the mayor's office, talk with the mayor, asked you to scratch his balls, scratch his back, and you guys didn't want to, and you want to find where this Lyra is in jail, and you heard the smash. The shopkeeper was robbed, and the bandit is running down the road with Corwin in full pursuit. And you guys are with the shopkeeper who turned to Orbweeb and said, Aura. And that is where we ended the session. So as we go back into it, any final questions before I jump in?
Not really, but I just saw this thumbnail that you used for episode 28.
I just saw
Annika
that
and I
too.
look amazing.
I like that one
God.
a lot, actually. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, so I want to enlarge in this a little bit.
Now, when you make this video, make sure to put that somewhere over here so people can see that thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like, bing.
Okay. I forgot to pull up somebody real quick. Just a second. Just when I think I have it all together. Never.
No.
It doesn't help that I have like 100 NPCs just sitting in my folder. So I gotta scroll through.
Uh-huh. Do you have a folder for good NPCs and evil NPCs and then neutral NPCs?
No.
Or do you have them all just together?
Just
I just found it.
mashed together.
No.
That's exactly how I would deal with it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to find a way to. Okay.
Focus,
So-
you bitch.
All right. So, Corwin, you're chasing after this bandit who has this bag slung over his shoulder, and you see he's carrying something in his left hand, but he's moving so fast and swinging his arm so quickly, having a hard time making out what it is. The guard that you guys met previously is also in full pursuit, and he's about 20 or 30 feet ahead of you. You're about 60 feet behind the bandit. You're watching. He runs towards the roof side, and you see he just crouches and like this orange energy forms around his knees, and he just seems to leap upwards and land on a rooftop, and he scales over the shingles. What would you like to do as you're arriving towards that very same rooftop?
I can do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna try and jump up there.
Right.
While trying to chase this guy, so Corwin's thought process is that when he was younger, his father's shop got robbed a lot, and he was
Okay.
always sent to go get them to bring stuff back. So
Okay.
that like triggered something, seeing someone take something from a shop. That's why he started chasing. But can I try and cast Fly as I try and jump up and over to the top of this building?
Okay. What are the parameters? Do you require any items? Does it consume any gold?
Let me double check. To fly. No.
Okay. You're running towards him, and as you're having flashbacks of your past, you can feel like a pressure forming in your palms as you're swinging your hands, and suddenly your feet lift from the ground, and you're wildly swinging them into the air as you're flying upwards and upwards and upwards. You're having a tough time controlling your trajectory as you're kind of starting to begin to flow over this rooftop. You can see below you the guard that
Well,
was
shit.
with you Yeah, the guard who's with you is looking up and he's like, "Wait, come back!" As you're floating over the rooftop, and you're kind of getting an upwards view of this man, this bandit. And like I said last episode, you see he's wearing brown leather, brown athletic pants. He's got black boots, and he has the bag slung over his shoulder. You can see brown curly hair from the back, but he is running full sprint across the shingles, where they come to a ridge at the top of this housing. He has pretty steady footing, and you can only make the assumption he's done this before.
Yep. As he's floating up the whole time, oh shit!
Okay, and as you're screaming and flailing your arms, I want you to give me an Arcana check real quick.
Sure. 21.
So as you're floating up above this, and you start panicking, you watch as your flight ability just ceases for a bare moment, and you plummet about 3 or 4 feet before it reactivates again, and you recatch yourself. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay, all right. Do I see him making the way up to the peak?
Like on the ridge?
Yeah, he's on the roof right now.
Currently, he's on the actual shingle ridge, top of the house, running across it to the next point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to. I'm stationary at the moment. I'm not falling or going up or down. I'm just stationary.
Yep.
Okay. Roughly how far am I from him?
At this point, he's probably about 35 feet ahead of you, running along the ridge.
I'm gonna take one of my sending stones. I'm gonna try and throw it at his knee to try and knock him off of the roof.
Okay, give me the hit.
What the fuck is my sending stone? There it is. Yeah. 22.
Okay. Just a second.
Doesn't hit. I'm just kidding.
Okay. I end my pursuit.
So you fling the stone outwards as you're floating in the sky. You watch it glow and radiate and pulse off your hand. And it goes flying. And you watch as the stone goes flying towards this man. He turns his head almost like he knew you were about to do something. Turns for a moment, and he swings his right arm, and he kind of bends his torso backward. And you watch as he bends his head back, the stone goes flying right over his head and right past him. And he does a backward barrel roll back onto his feet and continues running along the ridge.
Who is this guy?
Orbweeb, Demonia, and Mort. You see the old shopkeep looking at you, and he's looking into Orbweeb's eyes, and he seems to snap out of a trance. And he's like, "I'm sorry, you just look so much like her."
Do I know this man?
Looking at him, you're not sure who he is. You can make a intelligence check or investigation.
I would like to make an investigation.
Okay.
Just kind of look back at him a little confused. With a 13, trying to figure out who he is.
Simple things you can make out is that he has red hair, a stubbly red beard, and mustache, and he's at your height, but that's it. You have no idea who he is. He looks like just another stranger. He looks like he's gnome.
He's gnome?
Yeah. He's gnome, probably in his late 50s. Could be early 60s.
Who's Aura?
See, he kind of looks down for a moment, and he's like, She was my daughter. We lost her so long ago, and sometimes I fantasize about how she would look nowadays, and you represent that. I'm sorry if I caused confusion. Mort kind of just looks back and forth, and Steve is kind of just sitting, wagging his tail a little bit. Almost no concern of what's happening to Corwin. In the distance, you can't hear what sounds like, whoa! And if you were to look, you can see Corwin floating up in the sky, kind of slowly just spinning and moving back and forth.
Spinning and moving back and forth. Oh, man. I don't have time for this.
Time for this. You're like, hello, Dad. I'm busy.
What? When did you lose her?
He looks down again. Had to be something like 30 years ago, maybe a little less.
How old was she?
Very young. Her mother gave birth to her. We lost her probably about 6 months after that, 8 months after that. She was very young.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Maxwell. Maxwell Weeb.
We
Sorry, I'm writing notes.
Okay, Corwin, you're floating above this ridge, and you see he's gaining on you. And he's running. Watch. Let me check something. Yeah, you watch. He comes to a ridge edge of this rooftop, and you can see he looks up and he looks across to the next rooftop, and he swings his arms back, and seemingly without struggle just leaps across about 15 feet to the next rooftop and lands across it. Turns, looks at you, and from a distance, you can even still feel a vibe, like he's giving you a cocky smile before he turns his back to you again.
I got 2 more rocks. I'm gonna try to throw another one.
all right.
Alright, at this point, he's about 50 feet on you.
Let me check range on this real quick. Yeah, it's 60 feet. Okay. Yeah. Try hitting him in the head this time.
Alright, give me a roll.
Not nearly as good. 17.
17. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so you're 17 to hit, you said?
Yep.
Give me damage.
Oh, shit.
Look at that.
5.
5. You spin this rock off your hand, and it pulses off your hand, launches back towards him, and you see he swings his hand back, catches your stone into his palm. Then he brings his arm back to his side, does a 180, looks right to you, and full launches the stone right back towards you. Give me he's actually gonna just roll to hit.
Wow.
Fuck.
I think you should disengage, my man.
Yeah.
The
Once
stone
you-
comes flying towards you and just whisks right past your hair, and you can feel your hair kind of twinge a little bit as the stone goes flying into the endless sky. He turns and he keeps running. I want you to give me a perception check too when he turned and he looked at you when he threw this stone.
Okay.
Need a 12 or higher.
22.
Okay. This man looks very familiar to you, and as he's running and he's gaining on you, you attempt to think back to where you can recall him from, and you briefly remember this is the same man who challenged you and your gang to a friendly fight for gold after you left Helios and were going up the mountain. You're having a hard time recalling his name, but you remember you were all debating about accepting his 1v1 match for his gold offering, claiming he wanted the experience in combat.
Well, I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah, right? We were like level 2 at that time.
Yep.
He's been leveling up too. He has his own life.
Yeah, so no. I'm going to try and fly back and let the shopkeeper know that he's far too skilled for myself, and the guard can't climb on the roofs. So I'm gonna try and descend.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check. Need a 14 or higher.
Well, I have not the 5.
So you go, you're like, "Ugh, I can't take this guy, and you go to try to release the spell, and you're stuck in the air. You're not
Check.
sure how to get back to the ground at this point. You see
How
down
far
to
up
your bottom
am
of your
I?
feet, the guard is attempting to climb the side of the building to get to the rooftop. He gets about 2 feet up, then falls back down on his ass. Clunk! Ah, damn it!
You're doing great.
Or we've been
not worth
Demonia and more. You're still with the shopkeep, and you guys do see Corwin just floating in the sky, probably about 50 feet down the road, over a rooftop. You're chatting with the shopkeep, and he sparks up again. I'm sorry if I interrupted your day. I do still have wares I can sell to you if you're looking. I need a dagger! Moore
I'm
says.
gonna put a hand
abruptly.
over Mort's mouth and then look at Orb and be like, is this your dad?
Hey. Man, I'm still trying to figure that out. Give him a second.
I'm gonna look at the
I'm
shopkeep
sorry,
and
I wouldn't believe. He shakes his head towards Demonia, and he says, I don't think it's very appropriate at this time, anyway, to have such a discussion.
look at him and be like, how did you lose a kid?
We had her on
I'm
our
gonna, like,
wagon.
snap
and-
my head back at Des Moines.
Yeah, he says, we had her on the back of our wagon, and I'm sorry, it's not any of your business.
I'm just gonna, from that, look over at Orbweeb and then look back at him and be like, well, I need to go save my friend. I'm just gonna start running towards Corwin.
Okay. Demonia takes off down the road, but you are left with Mort and the shopkeep, Maxwell.
Awesome. Well, I guess Mort can be a part of this.
I want my dagger!
I know, we're gonna get you one. Maxwell, I don't want to be weird, but my name is Orbweeb. And I've
Okay.
had that name as long as I can remember. And I've never had parents. I grew up in the forest. I don't think you're gonna believe me.
See, he's taken aback and he's trying to almost gather the information presented and consider the outcomes. And he looks to you and he says, do you have any sort of gifts or abilities that you've noticed amongst yourself, possibly? He says, hopefully.
I was raised by the forest goddess Maliki. I don't know what you believe in, but she kind of taught me how to survive and live. She taught me how to do things like this, and I'm gonna use druid craft and, I don't know, make some stuff glow.
Okay. You raise your hand and you kind of clench your fist and you watch as there's a little bit of a glowing light in the cracks of the stone beneath your feet, and some leaves and grass grows in between the stone and sprouts a flower that gives off a little bit of a glitter glow. He looks down to it. He's like, yeah. You have the gift. Oh my god.
I do consider it a gift.
Do you understand where that comes from?
Maliki. She's the one that's given it to me.
It's passed down by generation to generation. Your mother gave it to you.
Is she here?
She most druid mothers, to pass down the power, it takes a great deal upon their body, and they don't survive the birth.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. That's okay. It's nice to meet you. And I'm gonna very awkwardly hold my hand out to him.
It's nice to meet you. And he pulls you in and he gives you a great hug, almost like he doesn't want to let go, and he just kind of keeps holding you there. Do you want to stay in the hug, or do you want to try to like pull away from him?
Hug him for a little bit.
All right, you kind of embrace him into the hug, and you see he's holding you tightly, and you can feel a warmth kind of radiating from him, like you can feel like the love manifesting from him for his own child. Corwin, you're still floating up in the sky. Demonia has reached, gotten beneath you, and is looking up. Demonia, you see Corwin is kind of twirling a little bit. Corwin, at this point, you're kind of spinning upside down, almost head first to the concrete. Slowly but surely.
Up in the air. Is he?
What?
How high?
Oh,
how far in the
he's
air?
about 35 feet above your head, Demonia.
Fuck.
All right. Well, that's not gonna work then.
Let's check on the card.
I'm stuck.
I can see that.
I'd like to get down now.
I'm
Well, I
coming
have
up!
some-
As the guard yells up to you, and he starts trying to scale the building, and he's actually getting up the building. Slowly,
Ah.
but he's climbing it.
Like, well, I'll give it to him. Good job. Good thing I just got rid of Featherfall, am I right?
Oh, that, whatever. The thing is, I don't know how this happened as he's
What
spinning
did you
upside
do?
down. I saw the guy jump up and over a building, and I was like, oh, I can do that. So I tried it, and then I floated upwards and upwards,
This here, huh?
and now
okay.
I'm here.
Well, I want to try to throw, like, a lasso on him, but he's so far in the air.
Get him, cowboy.
Yeah, right? Yeehaw.
You just want to try to lasso
Could
him?
I try to, like, use my lute, like my attuned instrument, to, like, give me power in this moment? Like, play a powerful song to give me some sort of extra oomph to try to lasso him because it's so high in the air.
Okay, so
Bardic
you
inspirate
play
yourself.
you play a lute.
Something encouraging.
So you're trying. Essentially, you want to give yourself bardic inspiration.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You take a quick strum onto your lute. What do you say as like some kind of quick musical notes to inspire yourself?
In my head, it's like I'm playing some sort of like a tune off of like some sort of old war song, like a bardic war song, something to like muster up strength within me to throw, you know?
Okay. Do you say any words?
I didn't imagine myself saying words. Do you want me to say words?
Does bardic inspiration require you to say words?
I don't think bardic inspiration does. Let me check.
If it doesn't, then no, you can just play on your instrument. If it does, you gotta give me a line.
It does not.
Okay. So you strum a deep melody onto the lute for a moment, swing the lute back over your shoulder and pull out the lasso, and you swing it forward. Go ahead and give me the hit.
Oh. There isn't really a roll for bardic inspiration, so...
It adds to your roll, doesn't it?
Well, I guess I don't know what you want me to roll like as an action, because it gives me a plus, like a 1d8
Okay.
for rolls, but it doesn't really, you know what I mean?
It gives you a 1d8 for your next ability check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the lasso itself, does it have a to hit?
Well, I have rope, and I like tied it into a lasso. It's like one of my piece of my inventory.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
just taking like,
Is
yeah,
that dex
making
to-
a lasso.
Okay. Then give me a
Tied a piece of
dexterity
rope.
check.
Okay.
Dexterity or strength with both have different results, but dexterity or strength, and then add your bardic inspiration dice to that roll.
Okay.
Before
Sounds
I
good.
tell you the outcome.
Dexterity I have a much better shot at, so we'll start there. Well, it didn't work.
Got a 5.
Even with everything that I did. I got
Same.
Yeah. So
Okay.
never mind.
So you take the lasso and you swing it up towards Corwin. Corwin, I'll give you a chance for an acrobatic check on disadvantage to try to catch the lasso while it's coming up towards you.
Thank you.
3.
3. You see the lasso coming up towards your hand, and your nail just barely scratches the rope before it falls back down towards Demonia. Demonia, the rope falls back down to you, and you see the guard climbing the building. He's like pulling himself over the shingles. He says, "Hey, throw it up here!" And he's like holding out his hands to you.
Can I try a dexterity to throw it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards the guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 19 for that.
Yeah. So you want to chuck it at him, or do you want to whip it towards him?
I just want to I guess I would chuck
Throw
it 'cause
the
it's
whole
so
thing at
far
him?
up. Well, throw the lasso part
So
that
do
I
you want to
have.
lasso him?
No, I want to throw that loop at him
Okay. Just the
because
loop,
I feel like.
not
Well,
the
'cause I
whole
feel like
rope.
if I try to throw the whole bundle of rope, he's not. I don't know. I don't think that
Okay.
would work.
I just want to figure out how you want to do it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So he has something to hold on to.
okay,
throw
so
that
you lasso upwards, and the loop goes flying towards him, and he grabs it through his hand, and he pulls the rope
Beautiful.
towards him, and he pulls some rope from you. How much length do you have on this thing?
Let me see. I think I have dyslexia.
Why?
It said robe,
It's robe?
not rope. I don't have rope.
That's
Okay.
why it didn't get up to me. You threw
So-
a fucking
Wait.
robe.
Demonia,
No,
you
I feel like I thought I had rope, and that's why I said that. And it says rope for sure. But
do you have rope?
let me see if I actually have it somewhere, so I didn't just screw this whole thing.
Okay.
So I feel like I have it somewhere.
Think it over. Orbweeb,
I have a chunk of
You're-
flesh.
you're
Yeah, throw that.
this Maxwell is embracing you, and then he gently lets you go. And you see he has his hands on your shoulders, and he's looking into your eyes. He's like, "You have to tell me about your adventures. Where have you been? It's been so long. Are you a great warrior like your mother?" Ah, she was powerful.
Was she?
She was fantastic.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't consider myself great, but I sure am determined.
She was very determined too. You'd be amazed by what feats she was able to control and pull off. She was one of the most powerful druids in her clan.
It's nice to think about. I hope I can live up to her name one day. What was her name?
She was Aura.
Oh.
You were named after her. She was as beautiful as the sun and as calm as the night sky. Peace to my rage. I used to be a gladiator myself until I met her. And she was so respected in her community. I can't imagine. How long has it been? 29 years?
Let me double check that actually.
Gotta fact check that real
Yeah. It sure has.
29 years. You must have been all over I can't imagine the feats you've pulled with your ability. How far has it come?
Oh, I mean, I can, fight off some goons, but I'm not near taking over the world or anything like that.
She's super strong. I've seen it. Morris says, exclaiming to Maxwell, and he looks down. He gives a nice nod to Maxwell, smiling with glee. And he says, "Come into my shop. Let's catch up and get to know each other."
Oh man, I can't express to you how much I wish I had the time to do that right now. But I'm being the great warrior you think I am. And I am kind of in the middle of something with this town, with Baden's Rock. This place is weird.
I understand it. Your mother was always on the move too, and I just miss her so much.
I could imagine. It sounded like you loved her very much. And I'm glad she had someone like that.
I hope you all the luck in your future endeavors, and if you ever need me, I will be here for you.
I will find my way back as soon as I can. I promise.
If you need anything, reach out to me. You see, he goes to his side bag and he pulls out these 2 stones, and they have a red glow to them, and he hands one to you. Says, "This stone will allow you to communicate to me once per day. If you ever need me, you call."
That is so cute.
He gives you a big hug and kind of lets go of you afterward, and kneels down to Mort, pats him on the shoulder, gives you one last look, and gives you a good smile. And he just, almost like he just completely forgot about his the bag that was stolen, and just waddles back into his shop. He opens the door, takes a last look at you, and gives you this just hopeful and gleefully filled smile, and nods, and then walks
Wait,
inside.
there is one thing I need.
Turns
I'm
back
gonna like
to
try
you.
to stop him.
What is it?
I need a dagger for my boy Mort.
You see, he quickly runs inside. You hear a bunch of shuffling and rustling, and he comes running back outside like he's super eager just to get you whatever you need. And you see, he lifts a dagger and he holds it out to you. And you see there's this, it's like this green metallic hilt, and there's like this red, thin red, stringy leathering wrapping down to this pearl handle that has a bejewelment, like a blue jewel at the tip of the pommel. And it has this oak tree wooden sheath that it's plunged into. He holds it out to you and he says, "This was your mother's." And he holds it out to you, waiting for you to take it.
Oh shit.
Here, Mort,
Yeah.
take the shitty one.
Yeah, I know. I was like, he ain't getting that. I'm gonna reach for it and like kind of grab his hand with my hand with the dagger, and then put my other hand like on top of it, and just thank you so much for this. I'll cherish it forever, and I hope to see you soon.
You will. You will. He gives you one last long look, and then turns and walks back into his shop and closes the door behind him slowly and seemingly regretfully as the door closes behind him, and he's gone. Is that my
All
dagger?
right.
Give me my dagger! And Mort's like reaching up, trying to grab it from your hands.
I'm gonna like hold it away from him, like holding back like a dog.
Hey, you said that was mine!
Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna sort it out later. In the meantime, you have the one I gave you earlier, right?
The crappy one?
Yes, but we're gonna practice with it, and I don't want you to ruin the nice one that you're gonna get.
Fine!
All right.
But I want it.
All right. I know, and you're gonna get it. All right.
All right. You see, he turns his
Right.
back to you and starts just storming toward Demonia ran to. Demonia, do you have
I don't
rope?
have rope. Nope.
Okay,
don't.
so
No, that expons all of that. I don't
you
know.
threw your robes to the guard, and the robes kind of
Yeah.
just slather over him, and he goes falling backwards, and he's throwing the robes around, and he whips them off him, and he's like, "What the hell? Where's the
I have
rope?
dyslexia.
Dyslexia?
I'm just it doesn't even exist like in this realm.
What's dyslexia?" Corwin, give me an Arcana check.
Come on, baby. Fuck. Another 5.
Well, you ain't getting that one. You're still just floating in the air,
That's good.
spinning
Uh,
in circles.
Can I try to get my grappling hook out and try and throw it?
Sure, you pull your grappling hook out while you're spinning in the air. Where do you want to throw it to?
Anywhere out lower than I am. I don't want to go up anymore.
Okay. Do you want to throw it to the ground? Are you trying to throw it to a rooftop? You gotta hook it on something.
Yeah. The ground would be ideal. It's a 60. I think it's 60 feet. Grappling hook. Actually doesn't have how long ropes are normally between 30 and 60 feet. So how long do you want to make this grappling hook?
We'll say 60.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna try and hook it to either be like a barrel or a fence.
Give me investigation on disadvantage for a place to hook it to. This won't be easy.
That's an 11.
An intimidation check. You rolled an intimidation.
I'm intimidating everything around me. They're both the same, but I can try another investigation. Alright, so it'd be a 16 would be the other one.
Okay, so 16, you do see there's a nearby chimney. Pretty close. You could try to hook it to there.
Alright, I'm gonna try and hook that. If not, is that the same roof that the guard's on?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and toss it over there.
All right, you see, as you're going to throw it, you see he's wrestling with the robes that Demonia threw at him. Give me disadvantage with dexterity to hook the grapple. I don't think it has it to hit. Yeah. Okay,
No.
4. You
Four.
spin the grapple, you spin it outward, and it just clanks onto the roof and just falls down the shingles and plummets down to the ground.
Demonia, grab the hook. I'll hold on to this end and just pull me down.
I grab the hook.
All right, you grab the hook. You start pulling him.
Strength
All right, give me a
check.
strength check. Or athletics. I always say it too late. All right, 12. So you start wrapping the rope around your arm, and you just keep pulling him down. Corwin, you are starting to float down to the ground. Give me an Arcana check. 12. As you're getting pulled down to the ground, suddenly you hear like a whoosh, and your flight ability is gone, and you just fall. You fall about 15 feet, so give me, what is that, 1d6 per 10 feet?
Yep.
So give me a 1d6 and a 1d4.
7.
Okay. You fall, and you go boom, and you slam into the ground. You take 7 damage, and you will have landed. Because then Mort and Orbweeb come up to you guys. And Mort's like, whoa, what happened? Did you get the bag?
No. I ascended and then promptly descended here a little bit. No, I did not get the bag though. He caught, you know me, special rocks, and he's gonna stand up and dust himself up. Apparently he caught me rock, and then he threw it back at me. Didn't know that was a thing.
Wow.
And the other one, he dodged by almost doing like a backflip while running on top of a roof. So yeah, I let him go. I was in the air, and that's a new area for me, so didn't like that.
Mort seems dumbfounded.
No, I can't fly. I can jump and then stay stationary in one spot for a long time.
So what do you call that?
I don't know.
It's flying.
Flying, I feel like you'd be like a bird. You need wings or something. Or
No,
like a
you
bug.
were floating in the sky, so you're flying.
It's got a good point.
Stop
I
being
think you should
stupid.
fly.
You're being stupid. Can you do that? No, you're stupid then.
At
Everyone
least if
else
I
can't
could do it,
that.
I would know it was flying.
Or you're doing a suspended jump.
Or when you're fighting with a child.
That just sounds
You're
dumb.
Fine. I can
Fly.
sort of fly.
Fly. Yeah.
I
You see,
It's a
Mort
lie.
seems satisfied with himself. He feels like he won that argument, and he just crosses his arms and gives like a smug chin up to Corwin. What would you guys like to do?
Cast hellish rebuke on the boy.
I'm kidding.
He is dead.
And suddenly,
Took
Oh,
damage from all
man.
that.
Alright, I'm gonna look back at Orbweeb like, so did you get that figured out?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, I need to go talk to the shop guy that no, I could not get his bag back. And Corbin will start walking. He has no idea about the whole aura or
Yeah.
thing.
No.
Corwin, I think it's okay.
Oh no, I had to let him know that I couldn't get his stuff back.
I don't think he's worried about it.
I seemed pretty worried about it when he said, "Hey, stop that guy." And
I
that guy was
understand.
not stopped.
I understand. That guy's my dad.
The one on the rooftops. The one who
Nope.
ran away, who...
Nope, the shopkeep.
I thought you didn't have a dad.
Well, everyone has a dad.
Oh, I thought you just, like, sprouted from the ground or something from the goddess person. Like, she crafted you, and then she made you the little eyes and stuff and a smile, and then she did some magic, and then there's Orbweeb.
Sprouted from the ground.
I can see how it comes off that way, but I fell off of a wagon when I was a baby. I had parents, or at least one of them. I just never knew them.
So
Until now?
So that fella there is your dad.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Did you think he might be bamboozling you? Did he ask for anything?
No. I mean,
I know-
he asked me to, like, show him some stuff. He asked if I had a gift. I showed him that I can make flowers out of the ground.
Oh, I know these shop types, they'll swindle you out of everything.
I really don't think this guy was lying.
I hope not. But he's
But-
your dad, that's nice.
It's
Are you-
interesting. For sure. But we should probably... We need to
Well-
figure out where Flanagan is. And where
Well-
everyone else is.
Would your dad happen to know where, did you ask him about the children? Okay,
I
did
was
you
a
ask?
little distracted. Let's go back. I'm just gonna start walking back to the shop.
I'm just saying, if we have someone to give information, just walk with her.
All right, Demonia, what are you doing?
Follow.
Follow? Okay. You guys all head back to the shop, and you get to the big wood door. Orbweeb. Well, Weeb, as you come up to it first, I would assume being first wanted to go in. Do you hesitate, or do you just march in?
I mean, I'm gonna hesitate a little, but I'm gonna just walk in.
Okay. You open the
assuming
door,
it's not
and
gonna bother him that much.
you open the door with a creak, and you open the door, and you walk inside, and your friends pile behind you, and you're all inside the blacksmith's shop. You can take immediate notice of different things. You see there's an anvil and an old hammer and a somewhat half-crafted sword, as some of the metal seems to be just almost like a flat plate. While the other half has been crested. You have the handle and whatnot. You have his table, a lot of paperwork, and then you see a head just pop out behind the counter, and he's like, "Is that Aura?" As he pops his head over the counter.
Who's an aura?
She is! And he gives you a big happy smile points over to Orbweeb.
I thought your name was Arbweeb.
Where do you think it came from?
I don't know, I thought you came from the ground 5 minutes ago.
Fair enough. Remember that mission I was telling you about? That, being here and, this town?
Of course, yes! I have so much respect for you for taking up a soul quest, just like your mother.
Well, I'm not alone. I have all of these lovely, lovely people with me, and they help me be much better and fight much bigger monsters.
Wow. Do you have any stories of the fantastical Aura Weeb?
Oh, I would love for those to be shared another day, but right now I've got to figure out what you know about this place. Everything. Has anything went weird recently?
He takes a moment to think to himself. My sales have been kind of down lately, but besides that... actually, there was one thing. Lyra seemed panicked. Lyra's a pretty popular customer of mine, and there was something going on. Last time I saw her, she was erratic, and
Yeah.
they took her to jail, I think, but I never got a chance to find out why.
Okay.
He has been imprisoned.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see.
Can confirm.
Well, she's always been kind to me. Gives like a nod, reassuring himself and you that that thought is true.
What was she panicked about?
She didn't really say. She seemed eager to leave. She was trying to grab some of her items she had requested, and she was asking for some refunds because she didn't have time to stay for the completion of said items. That sword over there on the anvil actually was going to belong to her, but she had to leave so quickly that she told me just to forget about it and paid me for my time, and then that was it. But I heard shortly after, probably the following day, that she was on the run from the guards, and I assumed she probably got jailed.
Wait, did we just leave that guard up on the roof? Did we not help him down?
He is on the
He is
roof.
on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
He's up there with my robes. Ironically, I was wearing those, so I just stripped them off and chucked them full force at this
Yeah.
guy.
Oh,
Monia,
got
you're kind
naked
of wearing.
tiefling.
You're wearing undergarments. What would they look like?
I still have on, like, I have, like, a long button down, like, almost like, what's the word? Like, poet shirt, you know?
Okay.
Like, the puffy kind of, yeah. So I
You've
still
got
have,
some
like,
cuffs on it.
you know, clothes, and I have, like, an over vest over what I'm wearing. So I guess it still looks like I'm wearing a full outfit. I just, for some reason, ripped my robes off.
All right.
That's no longer on me.
In a moment of panic, you ripped off your robes and you threw them upwards, and
I was like, "Bah."
that was
Yeah.
it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, our Brave's dad doesn't. You haven't got a name that you prefer to go by.
You can call me Mr. Weeb or Maxwell, whatever suits your fancy. Any friends of Aura Weeb is a friend of mine.
Right. All right, Mr. Maxwell Weeb. Odd thing. We went to look around and we saw the school was all boarded up. Do you know anything about that?
It's been boarded up for a long time, I think. I can't really recall when it was, but I mean,
Where
I haven't
do
had
the
a
kids
child
go to
in
school?
years till now. It gives Aura Weeb a nice smile. But I haven't had to worry about sending a kid to school, so I haven't really paid attention to it.
Was it kind of odd? There's no children in Baden's Rock. It's kind of odd, isn't it?
I guess. But I mean, it's not too uncommon in these parts. We're on a trade route.
Yes, but there were residential housing over by the school. So
Yeah, but that's, I mean, the richy riches, the people on top, they buy those homes. It's a very expensive place to live.
Hmm.
As far as children go, they usually live in, you know, the big cities like Waterfall Citadel or Pelios. I know there's one down south. I can't remember the name of it right now, but the metropolitan areas, they typically live there, but towns and villas like ours on trade routes, I mean, we get robberies every day. It's not a great place for children.
sure.
The rich folk around here are just delusional, and they want to live somewhere where they have nice commodities.
Long would you say people have been delusional?
As far as the wealthy, probably their whole life.
Sorry, I
Fair.
just thought you meant maybe more by that.
No. You know, they don't understand danger because they never had to really worry about it. They hire their own privateers to protect them, you know, so they can live wherever they want, wherever it's convenient.
What you consider as rich?
I don't know, probably having more than 10,000 gold at any given time.
Yup, that'd be pretty rich. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Weeb, I'm assuming you'd be very busy, and are a Weeb or
Or a weeb.
anyways, we do have business to conduct elsewhere, but that was all the information. Gratitude for that.
You're welcome. If you need anything from me, let me know.
Oh, I could not get your bag back, so Apologies.
My bag? Oh, my bag. Don't worry about it.
Now, that feller might be mighty fast.
Yeah, I've seen him around here before. He robbed the crazy old man across the way, Copperfield. He's been doing runs every few days. I don't know why he's stealing so much, but he's been a force to reckon with anytime someone's crossed his path. It's
Yeah,
our mission.
notice that. Well, thank you, and Corwin's gonna make his way out.
Okay, bye. So you walk out of his shop.
I'm gonna just turn to hit Maxwell and just say thank you once again for all of your help. I guess I'm gonna kind of just grab the little stone that he gave me and said, call me if you notice anything weird about this place, please.
Do you have to go?
I do. I'm sorry.
How long will you be gone? When can I see you again? It's been so long.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I've got some pretty big responsibilities, fortunately.
Just don't die on me, okay?
Trust me, I'm trying everything not to. And so far it's been working, so I think I'm okay.
Okay. If you need anything, you'd call me on that. Okay?
I will. Thank you.
He looks over at
Okay.
Demonia and he's like, you don't let anything happen to my daughter.
Do my best.
I hope so. Good luck, travelers. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Give him a little smile and kind of just grab Mort and walk out.
Yeah, I'll
you
follow.
guys leave the shop and head back outside. Where would you like to go?
All
I'll
right.
look at everybody and say, well, we need to find Lyra.
Yeah.
She's in prison, apparently.
That guy did tell us that if we helped him, maybe he could help us with Lyra.
Yeah.
We just broke into the prison and just like
We could do
busted her
that.
out.
So just.
But
Alright,
that
so.
would make us a hell of a lot more enemies if we did that.
Just seems faster.
Alright, let's think about this. So, okay, so the mayor said help him by taking care of a group of bandits or something that have been robbing the area.
Yes.
If that is the fella that we just encountered, and Orbeeb's dad just said that he is a force to be reckoned with, possible death while fighting these bandits, or maybe we could talk to them and tell them just to stop. There's that aspect as well. Other hand, we break into a prison, break out someone we don't know, get the information, possibly figure out the children issue here. I'm not seeing too much of a bright side on either one of these. The one that has a little bit less of an effect, I think, would be helping the mayor. Because it wouldn't be an immediate repercussions, because we'd be able to possibly talk our way out of it. The prison one, yes, if we succeed, but as Demonia said, we do run the risk of creating more enemies, or not even succeeding in this. Talking our way out of a prison sentence from breaking into a prison is mighty difficult.
Yeah, what if we end up in prison ourselves? Then we can't help anybody.
Fair enough. We can
We've
try.
already-
I'm just really worried about O'Flanagan, I guess.
I am too.
Yeah, I'd like to find him. He'd be a great help in both of these scenarios.
Yes, he would.
So do we go talk to the mayor?
I guess we do.
No, I think so.
Alright, so you guys want to scratch his back?
Yep, let's go scratch his balls.
Guess
All
so.
Let's go scratch his balls. On that, we will take our 20-minute break, recoup, maybe think of a plan during your break, and we'll cut back into it.
Sounds good.